Hey guys and girls, I'm going to tell you about a book called Just Listen by Sarah Dessen. And we'll throw the picture up now. So this book is about three sisters, Kristen, Whitney, and Annabelle. And you know they always name the main character some weird name? I don't really get it. Her sisters and her have been modeling since they were like really young, and it talks about the struggles through that. The first sister ends up like moving to New York because of modeling. She drops out of school, then she drops out of modeling, and I guess after some time she ends up going back to school and really enjoying it. The second sister, she goes to New York and tries it out for a bit, and then ends up getting an eating disorder. And her older sister is like trying to cry out for help, telling her mom, dad, you know, this is what's going on. And her parents were kind of listening, but they were like, oh, well, it's just the pressure, and just listening to Whitney instead of listening to Kristen, and not taking things as cautiously as they should. And then finally she gets sent home and ends up living with her parents, and it just shows her struggle through that and her like getting back on her feet, and she eventually gets to go and live on her own. The third sister, which is the narrator, as I've probably already mentioned, I'm not sure, but she is the one who keeps everything inside. Like, she didn't really think of herself as that, but she thought of herself as like, I don't want to offend anybody, I don't want to make anybody mad. I've already heard my older sisters get in fights and everything. And so it talks about her friendship with this girl named Sophie, who she meets one year at a pool and blows off her actual best friend for Sophie. And just how they party together, and Sophie was always jealous of how Annabelle always met people through modeling and stuff like that, and she, I guess, thought that Annabelle was better than her because she was a model or something. I don't know. Sophie's just a weird character in the book. If you read it, you'll understand. But she'll get mad at every girl that, I guess, lays eyes on her boyfriend, Will Cash. And Will's this big, like, he's this, I don't know, he's like the haughty character, but like, really, he's just a scumbag. You'll figure that out. Some negative sides to this book: it takes forever to get to, like, what you're trying to look for. You kind of guess before you actually, like, find out what Sarah Dessen is hinting towards. She'll say stuff like, Sophie and I don't talk anymore, and you're like, okay, so why? And it's like, that one night, and it's like, what happened that one night? And then, like, as you move along, it becomes kind of evident, but not exactly. And when she becomes friends with Owen, you can definitely kind of tell. And then finally she tells her story, and then I guess one of her friends also gets raped, and so because they're both sexually assaulted by this guy. And yeah, this book is full of craziness. Like, I'm telling you, it's just like a crazy family, but it's still like really cool because it actually deals with like real stuff. And you know how I love how like characters who do real things, and this is a portrayal of real life, that kind of stuff. Annabelle ends up falling in love with this really good guy who's like a very big music nerd, and it takes her a long time to open up to him, but she finally does. And he's an interesting character too, and he ends up going and beating up Will Cash before the trial. And so when when Annabelle's on the stand, she looks at Will and she's like, why does he look like he's been beat up in the face or whatever? Because he has a black eye and it looks like he's been punched in the jaw. Yeah, but justice is kind of served in this book, which doesn't always happen, because it shows in the book, you know, like, some people are really afraid of, like, going and telling somebody that, like, there's stuff that happened, you know, like being sexually assaulted. Like, if somebody sexually assaults you, please tell somebody. I'm telling you right now. I think there's a hotline or something. I think it's called RAINN. I will put stuff in the sidebar for that, because I think that's a very big issue these days, with girls going to parties and girls going downtown and stuff like that. It's a scary story and stuff like that. I've never been sexually assaulted, but I've known plenty of people who have. One is too many, you know. So I will put that stuff in the sidebar. So I hope you guys check that out. I'm talking way too long. Anyways, I hope that you have a great night, and the end.